Hello. I am so sorry for confusing everybody. Hello. Hi. I know I guess I made an error again on YouTube, which is very very uncharacteristic of me, which is making me think that probably the platform that I'm using sort of acting up. But anyway, thank you for being here and I'm really sorry for all the confusion. Hi, everybody. Okay, I'm gonna greet everyone. Jasmine, Carla Girl, A Brown, Evie. Even my dog is not coming to me. Yeah, he's there. He's under my bed, but he's not coming to me. Okay. Evie, Suze, Carla Girl, Jasmine, A Brown, Dawn, uh, Carol, Andy Big Night, Kathleen, Reg Pear, Dawn Marie, Saskia, Nigma Price, Norwegian Wood, Arlene, M. Giff, Helena, Emily, Dawn, iCarmi, Suze, Rani, Dodger Girl is on Twitch, Pia, Seda, Maritz, Nig, Iris, Shelling, Fire Butterfly is also on Twitch, Dawn, Army, BTS Army Mom, Army Corps, Bomac, Beethoven. We have a Cordis space in our Discord now. Ortiz, Lindsay, Beethoven, Jolly, OT7, Courtney, Michelle, MLB, Bang Luna, Nikon Lady, Share Your Love, Stars 571, Juveline, Maria, Hanako Grace, Norwegian Wood, Arlene, Tomorrow, Azurella. Tomorrow we plan, correct, tomorrow. Oh my gosh, 7 a.m. Okay, Sylvia, EGX136. Hi, everybody. It is the week. The week when we will know the rest of our 2026. How is that? Are you all excited? Well, again, sorry for the confusion on the date. The link that I posted on Patreon is kind of whack. So I don't know. I don't know if it's the platform that I'm using, but it's just so odd that it's two almost consecutive times that I made an error. But thank you for being here, and I'm very, very excited. So, I actually wanted to play this again for everybody.
I mean, there's a great example of K-pop. You know,
This
we
is
sold out. We're selling
when
out
the
stadiums around the
Live
world. Picture
Nation
stadiums
CEO
here,
said that there were
and a
1 billion
billion people
people
hit our
who logged
websites the day they went on
to
sale
get
trying to
tickets
get tickets.
for
Thank you.
BTS.
It's great to have you
So
on. There's
there
so
you
much
go.
amazing stuff, but
And BTS. I mean, there's a great example of K-pop.
1
You know,
billion. And
we
that
sold out. We're selling
was
out
back
stadiums around
in
the world. Picture
2020.
stadiums
Oh,
here,
2021,
and a
2020.
billion people hit our websites
So
the day they went.
we're in for a surprise. Okay, so uh, everybody, welcome. Thank you for being here. Very, very stressful, but I hope that we also not forget to have fun. Remember, this is supposed to be fun. So don't forget to have fun. Don't forget to be in the moment. Don't forget to, even while you're struggling to get tickets. That, well, I'll explain that in a bit. But through all the entire process, don't forget to have fun. Don't forget that this is all a part of the joy of being a fan, being an army, a fan of BTS. So don't forget that, okay? Because I try to. I try to always be present. Just the joy of being in this very, very big community. Don't forget that. Okay. Okay. So let's go through some things. I'll try to I think we're just going to have enough time to talk about BTS because I'm sure that some of you have questions as well. So let's go through some things, and then I'm also going to tell you some things that people are telling me. Okay, so this is a part of the announcement. This is part of the email that they sent us, and they said that the tour schedule is going to be announced January 14 and 12 a.m. That is Korea Standard Time. That means that it is going to be, oh, sorry, before that, this was the announcement back in April 2020. This is how they announced. This is how they announced that there was going to be a concert. Very, very different in how they're doing it right now. So back in 2019, December 23, 2019, they announced that April 2022, there's going to be, something is going to happen. And then it just says tour in there. And so everyone remember this was right before Christmas, December 2023. Sorry, December 23. So everyone went crazy. And then so I don't know how many of you remember that, but it was absolutely crazy. So this was the first poster that they released, and then they followed it up with a poster for specifically for North America. And so I am assuming that we're going to have a group picture unless they're changing things up really. But I'm assuming that there's going to be some sort of a group picture here along with the announcement of the dates. So I am hoping to see something. I know that they haven't really they've been ghosting us for the for the last 2 weeks, and I think they're doing that on purpose. So maybe they're hard at work with all the shoots, the rehearsals. I'm sure a lot of shoots, it's taking them a lot of time. So I heard that there's a lot of brand partnerships that's going to happen. Okay, I'll explain the brand partnership eventually, all shirtless. Okay. Okay, so this was the initial poster announcement. So I'm assuming that there's some sort of concept photo or first group formal photo since they enlisted in the military. So the tour schedule announcement is going to be January 14, 12 a.m. KST. That means PST, it's going to be January 13, 7 a.m. And then I tracked some of the other dates. So EST, it's going to be 10 a.m. January 13. London, it's going to be 3 p.m. January 13. Buenos Aires, it's going to be January 13, 11 a.m. And then Mexico City, it's 9 a.m. January 13. So uh, the rest, I guess you're just gonna have to. It's easier now, at least for the US, for you to figure out the time. But I actually prefer this that it's very early for California. Then I think I'd be up but at 7 a.m. so I can actually wait and actually and see what's going to happen. So um make sure that you're on this website 2026bts.com. They might reveal it here, and they also might send an email. So make sure that you're on both. Watch Weverse, watch your email. So if you have two screens, good luck. That's better for you. I have three screens. So one will be on this website, and then the other on my email, and then the other on Weverse. So Ortiz, hi. So glad to be a part of this community. Just joined you on Patreon. Very excited to be able to interact with you, everybody. So if you join Patreon, you should be on Discord as well. Okay, so make sure that you're on three: your email, Weverse, and then this one. Okay, because they might. I don't know which one's gonna come first. They might deploy it all at the same time. Might as well get it the first time wherever they push it first. Okay, so the schedule, other schedules, pre-order opening date is going to be January 16 KST, from 11 a.m. Friday. So adjust that for your local time, not just Weverse, not just Weverse. No. So be on all. Usually, be on all the website, your email, and then Weverse. Okay, you're a new member too. Well, welcome to the community. Okay, so album release date will be March 20, 2026, Friday 1 p.m. Okay, so a lot of people were asking me from the day, these are the things that we're still waiting on. The promo schedule. I'll be working. Can't you like take a break just for 15 minutes? Maybe you can do that. Just a coffee break for 15 minutes. Okay, so um still waiting on the promo schedule. So they usually release the promo schedule. Like this is the track list, teaser, if there's going to be a pre-release of a single. Usually they do that and then they have a list of the different things that's going to happen. They haven't released that. And then of course when they are going to release the tickets. So the announcement tomorrow is just the schedule. It's just the dates and the stops, but it won't be the day when they're going to be selling the tickets. Okay. So remember that. So tomorrow, what you're going to be doing is to just know where you're going to go, where you want to go, and then book your hotels and your airfare. Okay. But before we get there, some of the clues are already popping up. So they've seen some of the billboards in Tokyo, London, New York, and then of course Seoul. Okay. So I will reveal some of the cities that some of my friends have been saying, or some of the people on Twitter have been saying they've seen some. So some of the installations are not revealed yet. It's just that some people can recognize it. So I'll tell you about that in a bit. Okay. But for now, those are the four cities where the installations have been spotted and billboards. So London, so for sure there's going to be London. Oh, sorry, Paris. So there's going to be one in London, there's one in Paris, and then Tokyo, and then Seoul. Okay. All right. So at least for the ones in Paris, then you kind of know that there's going to be a stop there for you. Okay. I'll be taking a work break under the guise of an online meeting, locking my office door. Okay. All right. So that, yeah, take a break. There's just a 15-minute break. I think that would be enough if you want to book your hotel as soon as the tour is announced. I think 15 minutes will be enough. So try that. Okay, so they also spotted one in London. So this is Paris, Tokyo, Seoul, and then they spotted one in London as well. So there you go. And this is another one in Oxford Street, also in London. This just some people sending this to me on X. Okay. With an official return schedule on March 20, BTS and Big Hit Music Hype appear to be allowing anticipation to build organically rather than maintaining constant visibility. Probably it's more, or probably a combination of many things. Most likely, this is the billboard in New York. It's gigantic. We love seeing it. I'm going to finish my sentence. Sorry for keeping you hanging. It could also be some logistical things, like there's a possibility that they're still negotiating with some of the venues, so they're probably giving some space to get all of those things done, getting some papers signed, or it could be that they just want the anticipation to happen organically. So this is my advice. Even before you see the tour dates, decide where you want to go. Was this picture of, yes, Paris first. So this is the first thing that you're gonna do, um that I suggest you do. Decide where you want to go. Okay. And then if it is, for example, I know that I want to go Seoul, Allegiant, of course, California, of course, LA, and then Allegiant in or Vegas, and then I want to go London. If they do Wembley, I'm gonna go London. So then I know that so I will be trying to book my hotels on all of those venues as soon as I see the dates. Okay. And that's going to be my order of priority. Vegas, Wembley, and Seoul. Okay. And the reason I put Seoul last is that because transportation in Seoul is so convenient that I'm really not concerned. Even if I'm like, if even if I need to take the subway from the location to, it's not a problem in Seoul. It's so convenient. They've organized everything that I'm not really concerned about that. I mean, I can stay wherever. I can stay. So yeah, but that only because I'm not really concerned about. I just know Seoul not so well, but well enough for me to not worry about the accommodation. I don't mind taking the subway. I don't mind having to do like two transfers if I need to get to the venue. It's still so convenient. So not a problem at all. Um I like walking as well, so it doesn't really concern me. So that's the only reason I'm putting Seoul last. So um Vegas and then London and then Seoul. That's my order of priority. So I would also suggest you do the same thing. Decide where you want to go. As soon as you see them, then book your hotel and then book your airfare. So the good thing about hotels is that you can actually you there's it's refundable, right? So remember that the systems of different hotels and airfares, they track the demand. And so as soon as they see the demand spiking, the price is going to go up. No one is manually looking at it and making a decision to spike it. The system reads it. If there is a lot of demand, it'll spike. So get it done as soon as you can. Um, and then now the good thing about hotels is that you can actually refund them. Not so much for plane tickets. Well, I guess you can refund them or convert it. I guess it depends. So just make sure you know the rules. But if you can refund it, if you can refund the ticket, then get that refundable ticket just in case you need to cancel. Or I guess some of them actually convert it into credits in the airline. So just know the rules. And then if you can, book them as soon as you can. Okay. Um, so hotels are usually refundable. And if you can, only if you can, book more than one because there will be some armies who will need it later. So in the Patreon community, in our Patreon community, you know that we exchange, some people would say, I have extra rooms. So some people will be offering to give you the rooms. Of course, you're going to have to pay the person. It's just that they will transfer the reservation to you. And then, of course, you just have to be cooperative because yeah, I remember there were two people who offered the hotels that they have, extra hotel rooms that they have. And of course they just have to coordinate because then it will still be her. I think it was still her who checked in. It's just that she transferred the registration to the person on the day of the check-in. So you just have to be cooperative. Okay. And of course you still need to pay. You have to be the one to pay the hotel. But if you can afford it, then book more than one so that if somebody else needs it, then you can offer it. Usually the hotels that I book, it is fully refundable up to 48 hours or 24 hours before the actual check-in. Okay, so just make sure, check before you do all of that. Um, but if everyone books double rooms, won't that take away from others who are trying to book as well? Yeah. That's just that's just how it goes. So just the idea is for you to not have to pay more if you can book early and you get the regular rate. The idea is even if you share it with someone, eventually pass it on to someone else, then they will be paying the regular price as opposed to just letting it and then letting the system detect that there is a spike. Then the others that will get it will most likely get it for much higher. But as I've said, that's why we have a community so that we can help each other out. The last thing that we want is to give it to scalpers or to non fans, right? There are this in the same way there are scalpers when it comes to tickets. There are also scalpers when it comes to hotel rooms. They do book the hotel and then they say, okay, I have an extra room. This is the rate you're going to have to pay the person. And it's the same thing. They double the price, they triple the price. So it is better if that's why we join communities, right? So that we know that someone has your back. Okay. Next, but if okay, so for someone was asking, what about for Seoul? How do they get the tickets? It's Interpark. That's how I usually get my tickets for Korea, Interpark. But I think they changed their name to World. No, Null World. This is the current Abram. Book hotel rooms with hotel directly or discount rates. Thank you, Abram. Yes, this is what I do. I usually don't use Expedia because I've told you about my bad experience about booking through via Expedia. Since then, I've learned my lesson and just started booking directly to the hotel. So it used to be Interpark, and I think they just, I guess this company bought them or something, and they rebranded, but it is Interpark. So worldnull.com, but the last time I bought from them, it was still Interpark. So this is where they usually make the tickets for concerts available. This is kind of their ticket master. Um, so as you can see, they have the Le Seraphim concert tickets there. It's all sold out now. And then there are other things that you can buy from that website. So register now if you are planning to buy tickets in Seoul, and that usually goes on sale first. Seoul goes on sale first because that's how they kick off their website, their concert. So register there now because they're gonna ask you for your ID. Um, say that. So TM has no option for ticket with hotel rooms too. That is true. They do have that. So for Interpark, just make sure because they are way stricter than the US. So when you go, if you buy a ticket, the name that's on your ticket has to match your ID. So if you're a foreigner, if you're not from South Korea, they're gonna ask for your passport. Whatever is the name on the ticket has to match exactly the name on your passport. And a lot of people, believe me when I say this, have been so many in so many concerts in Seoul, and not just for BTS but for other groups as well. It is always a problem. They would always encounter a problem. They would always, there's like, oh, there's it's one letter off, and it's one letter and they still are not allowed, or the middle name is not there, or the middle name is there but it's not in the passport. Just a lot of problems. So make sure whatever is in the passport exactly matches what's on your ticket. Okay. Next, so Interpark is it, but there is another website, Yes24, for Korea. I have never tried this, but some people have. I just have never done that. But you can try there as well if you really want to make sure that you're gonna, or at least if you want to have a better chance of getting a ticket, then Yes24 is also a good one. There are also on X or on different platforms, there are also fans that are reselling their ticket. Okay, so all right, where is pre-sale registration on Weavers? We're gonna get there. We're still in Korea. Okay, this is one thing very very important about Korea. Some fans, this is what they will do. They'll say, okay, so for example, they have floor tickets, right? So they'll sell that floor tickets. Even if they have floor tickets, you're still gonna have to buy your ticket, some like, I don't know, nosebleed tickets. Just have some tickets so that you will be allowed in. Once you're in, that's when they're going to give you their seats because you will be asked for your ID. So they can't let you in even if you are with them. Does that make sense? So if, for example, you're buying fan to fan, P2P, you're buying from another fan, they're going to tell you you still need to buy your ticket, even just buy like a nosebleed ticket, whatever, just so you can get in the venue. Once you're in the venue, then they'll give you their seat. That's how it works if it is P2P. Okay, so if you can avoid that, try avoiding that, but it's just a problem. The other option is that there are tour tickets, there are tours packages that include tickets. That happens as well. Okay, very complicated in South Korea. Now, it's even more complicated in Japan. It's a lottery. You do need to be a member of the Japanese fan club, so you do need to sign up, and then it's going to be a lottery. And tickets are often assigned randomly. Would you believe that? So you sign up to the fan club in Japan, and then they enter you, and then they'll send you an email with no English translation, and they're going to tell you, okay, do you want to register for the tickets? So if you say yes, then they're going to put you in a lottery. If you get picked, you get assigned a seat. You do not get to choose your seat. Very complicated. And you also need a Japanese phone number. Okay. You need the Japanese phone number. You need the Japanese address. And you need to be present in Japan when you pay, or someone has to be. Someone has to be. So, very complicated in Japan. I am not getting my hopes up in Japan. It is in one of my top five, but I'm not getting my hopes up because it's just too complicated. I heard though that they are going to have at least 6 dates in Japan. Okay. I got TXT tickets that way. Okay. So the registration, I dug up my email just to try and see if I can show you the emails that they sent me. So this was when they announced like anybody else, I actually clean up my email. It's just by sheer luck that I haven't cleaned up my old email. So it used to be in one email. Ticketmaster it used to be attached in my old email, and then I changed it to a new one. But so I was able to dig this up in the old email, but then a lot of it I've already erased, like the earlier ones. But this one I was able to dig up. This is the email that they sent us telling us that there is going to be a permission to dance on stage, US, and if we want to register for verified fan pre-sale. So you're only gonna get this if you are a member of Weavers, paying member of Weavers. So this is the email. They tell you that the tour has already been announced, and then the date, and then if you want to register for pre-sale, then you're gonna have to be a verified Ticketmaster verified fan. All right. So there's a link. You click that link. You put in all of your information, and then they'll tell you, okay, Army membership, correct? Yes. So there's Army membership. An Army membership. This is how they used to do things. I'm not sure if they're going to be changing it, but this is how they used to do things. Being an army member, army membership, having an army membership in Weavers does not guarantee you that you're going to be uh that you're going to get into the verified fan pre-sale in Ticketmaster. It's just this email is telling you that hey, you're an army member, official member, paying member. You are qualified to register for the verified fan pre-sale or members pre-sale. So you still need to register. Okay? Does that make sense? Is that clear? Okay. So so this is the initial email that I got telling me, okay, there's going to be permission to dance in LA, Las Vegas. Do you want to register? Okay. So I clicked yes. I put in my information, and then I got the confirmation that I'm already registered, a verified fan, and they told me this is the date that you have to be online to buy the ticket. Okay. Confusing? Let me know if you want me to clarify, but that's how it goes. So this email came from Ticketmaster. Okay. All right. So it came from Ticketmaster, but when I click, it led me to a Weavers page. And then I entered my information, not a lot of information because they already have it. I'm already logged in. And then I got the confirmation from Ticketmaster and from Weavers that I'm in the verified fan pre-sale and that I have to be online at this date to be able to get tickets. Okay? Okay. Please note that ES24 international credit cards are not always available or accepted easily and have poor customer service. Okay. So I've never done, as I've mentioned, I have never tried the S24. I've only done Interpark. Okay. All right. So that's what you need to know about the pre-sale tickets. Now, this is the email that I got. Oh, sorry. Sorry. So I guess my slides got jumbled up, but the other way to get tickets in Japan is through Lawson Ticket, which is an official partner. So after the lottery, if there are tickets left, then they do a general sale. So it's usually the day before the concert via a dedicated app. So it's kind of a risk because you have to be in Japan already. If you're international, you're going to have to be in Japan already. So, but I won't recommend that. Okay, so going back, this is how they did things, but they still may change it. Okay. Do you remember if you had to verify membership through Weavers? It is through Weavers. I verified my membership in the pre-sale to register as a verified fan. I did it via Weavers. Okay. So this was the schedule then. January 2021, 2020 was when they actually formally announced the tour. January 21, 2020. And then the pre-sale happened February 5. So about 3 weeks after the initial announcement of the tour. And then April 11, I think, was when the tour was. This was Mott's era. Okay. Okay, let me go through some question. Does the email address for Weavers and Ticketmaster has yes, make it match so that you have less problems. There were some armies who were able to work it out. I do not suggest. That's another thing that just get it off your table. So yes, it has to match. Make it match. How does Ticketmaster know if you have army membership? I did not quite understand. So Ticketmaster sent me an email saying you have to verify you are an army member. You have army membership. Do you want to join pre-sale? So I clicked it. It led me to a page with Weavers in it. It asked for my information, including my ID number. In your army, I'm going to get there in a bit, but in your ID as an army, you have a number. So it asked for that. I pasted it, and that's how they verified it. Okay. So I guess that data gets passed on to Ticketmaster, and that's how they know. Does that make sense? I have my membership. Can I buy my daughter a fan club membership with the same debit card? You can. Yes, you can. You can. All right. No, you need a regular US, global, and Japan, depending on where you are membership. The digital is separate. Yes, the digital is separate. Digital membership usually has nothing to do with ticketing. You do need to have US membership, global membership, or wherever it is that you want to go. How soon after the announcement tomorrow do you think this is? Okay, so this is the slide right now. This is based on experience. Back for Mott's, they announced the tour 2020, and then January 21, and then the pre-sale happened February 5. February 5. Was this Mott's? Yeah, I think this is Mott's. Yeah, 2020. How soon after January 16th? I love how everyone is losing it in the chat. Tomorrow will be remember a thing called a box office, and you walked up to a person, a human, handed them a coach, and they handed a ticket to you. Nah, that does not happen anymore. How does Ticketmaster know you have an army membership? So during that is how they know because they ask you to. So most likely um, that data comes from Weavers. So they give Ticketmaster, okay, email these people that they have that they are qualified to register for verified fan ticketing. Okay. So remember that just because you have paid membership doesn't guarantee you backtrack. This is how they did things. I don't know if you're going to change if they are going to change it, but this is how we did it in Mott's, in Love Yourself. This is how we did it. Okay. So if they're going to still do it that way, that data come from Weavers. Weavers tells Ticketmaster, these are the people that you need to email them now. So they email, they send, hey, you're an army member. Do you want to be included in the verified pre-sale, verified fan pre-sale. You say yes, you register, and that email again goes back, that registration again goes back to Ticketmaster. Then when you go in on the ticketing day, then they know that you're based on your email and based on your membership ID. Okay. Um, I bought J Hope's ticket at the box office, still in person, still an option for some. I have both membership on Weavers, but they didn't get anything from TM regarding either. It's not yet. They will do it after the tour announcement. Okay. Why am I picturing wholesale slaughter World War III? Okay. I'm from Brazil. Can I have EUA member? You can have, yes. You can have a US membership. Yes, you can have that. Can we buy more than one ticket in Seoul? I think you can. So my daughter, my niece, bought when she bought Stray Kids tickets. She bought for her and for me. However, I know that she made me a member of Stray Kids fan club, so I don't quite know. I'm going to ask her. I would always usually just buy one. I remember camping in front of the box office to be in front of the ticket line. Okay, so this was the so we just have 3 weeks to put everything in order before Hunger Games. Usually it could be shorter. We don't know. We don't know. So, but usually this is the schedule for mods. Tour announcement 21, February 5 pre-sale, beginning of the tour April. Okay. Now, pre-registration, this is what I was discussing. They will send you an email asking you to register for pre-sale. Okay, register in Weavers and you will get two confirmation, one from Weavers and one from Ticketmaster. That's how they used to do things. I don't know if they're going to still be doing it the same way. During Mott's era, remember this, not so we got so after all that, right? We registered for pre-sale. Still, not everybody who got approved or got their numbers, their approval to be a member, to take part in the pre-sale. Still, not everybody was approved. Not everybody was actually able to get their tickets. So they logged on, they were all in queue, and they still didn't get tickets. So because at some point, especially if your number is like really low, uh, tickets were gone. So like a lot of people got they were verified fans, and they were told that they can actually buy tickets on pre-registration, and they were still not able to buy tickets during mods. There are a lot of outrage in mods. Okay. But the biggest error that Hype did, because they did it in SoFi. Um so uh so for mods, they canceled it, right? So we got tickets and also they canceled mods, right? And then when they did PTD, permission to dance, they prioritized mods ticket holders. Okay, so they sent us all an email saying that, hey, we know that you have tickets. You might want to pre-register for permission to dance. Okay. Um, so this is the cancellation of the Map of the Soul tour. When they formally announced it was canceled, this is the email that they sent. Our company has worked hard to resume preparations for BTS Map of the Soul tour, knowing that all fans have been waiting eagerly. And then they just said it's going to be announced. They're going to give you back your money. Okay, so now due to the cancellation, this is what they sent me. Okay, they said that due to the cancellation of Map of the Soul, since I'm a ticket holder of Map of the Soul, you have been issued a unique code that may be used to purchase tickets early to BTS PTD LA, coming to SoFi Stadium, November 27, 28, December 1 and 2. Okay. So they gave this to me. I did not need to do the pre-registration. They just sent me this one. Okay. But still, all those who got this, not everyone was able to get tickets in PTD. That included me. The only reason I was able to watch was because my boss actually had a suite in permission in SoFi. He had a suite, and so he gave me. He was like, I was so upset that I didn't get a ticket. And he was like, and so I was telling him about us, really, really upset. He's like I think we're friends. I think we're friends. We are friends. So I was telling him about, I was so upset. And he said, where is it? I said, in SoFi. I was like, oh, I have a suite. And that's how I was able to watch it. If it wasn't for him, I would not have been able to watch the concert. Isn't that crazy? So so I watched it. So I watched 2 days, and then the second day he just found someone that could get me tickets. They were selling tickets. It was like, oh, you can buy this if you want. But a lot of people were very, very upset, and that included me. So that can happen. Okay, let me go to some of the questions. Wait, do I have time to sell a kidney? Hold up a minute. Probably not. Hobie's concert ticket, June 1 was tickets only. Okay. I'm looking for questions. I thought Mott's ticketing, it was not easy. PTD was when it got hard because there were so few shows. I'm in Ticketmaster in my account under notification. It has add your favorites, and I typed in BTS under performers. BTS is showing up as a favorite. I have some advice. Don't despair. There's still a chance you can get tickets later. Can I meet your boss? Okay, so I think he let go of it. He wasn't happy with SoFi. Okay, so this is what I got from them telling me that I can actually purchase tickets. They gave me that the code. Your unique code is this. Just log on at this date. Make sure that you're there. Enter your unique code to buy the tickets. I wasn't able to buy any. So thank God for that person. Thank God for him. Okay, during ticketing, the copy of your ID number is very important. This is when you're buying tickets already in Ticketmaster. Make sure that you have your ID number, your army membership number. So some people would actually paste it somewhere and then copy and then pay and sorry. So yeah, they'll usually paste it somewhere like a notepad or something. They copy and then they paste. The easiest way is to just click that thing. If you see that thing, the one where the arrow is pointed, click that. That's going to copy your army membership number. If Ticketmaster asks them for you, and they will, or at least based on my experience, they always ask it, you can just easily paste it. So in the beginning, copy it already. Okay. So that when you're already in queue, it's already in the memory of your computer. Okay. So just click that thing. It should copy the entire number. Okay. Um, Questions. Let's look at the questions. So in other words, befriend the sweetheart. um, what is your boss's favorite food, drink, or color? Okay. Can we meet the new owner of the suite? Okay, so how many dates do you think they'll have in Seoul? I think at least four. I think at least four. They know how much their Korean fans miss that, and it's their country, so it will always be their priority. Uh, I do think that they're gonna do like 4 days in London. I do think they're gonna do 4 days in Vegas, and probably more in Japan. Yeah. Is PayPal okay to use for payment or better to use CC for tickets? Make sure that both are there saved in your Ticketmaster. So I always have my CC ready and then PayPal as a backup. So I usually have two credit cards and then PayPal. So remember that some who got the pre-sale code were also unable to buy tickets. um SK wants tourist money. Well, yeah, I mean, I hope that they do more there, but let's see. Okay. Okay, so you can someone asked this. You can have two memberships. So I have, as you can see, I have my US membership and then my global membership. So you can have two. Just remember that when you buy, make sure, so this is how it appears. Huh? there. Oh, there. So to buy, you actually need to click which one you want to buy, right? When you go to the shop, you'll see all of this. So you click global, or you click Japan, or you click US membership. And then and that's how you buy. But you can have multiple memberships. How do we set Ticketmaster to choose best seats? On the side, you will see cheapest or best. So just choose best on the side. So on the center of your screen is the seat plan. On the side is where you can set the preference. Do you think they will release all dates at once, or maybe 2 days and then add more? They will, I think they're going to just add more. Ate, if you're able to get a suite in Vegas, I want to join with my daughter. That's the goal. That is definitely the goal. Let's see what's going to happen. Oh, I haven't emailed the people that said they are going to be buying a suite. So remember to check your credit card on file. Um, so save it. You will not have the time to input your card. So make sure that it is saved, because if you take the time to input your credit card, you're going to lose your seat. Okay, make sure you have enough space in your credit card, meaning you have enough credits. Like, no, so just make sure that you have enough there, and then call your bank, because one of the many problems that many armies encounter during ticketing is that their bank would usually block it. Because I think if they see that there are a lot of demands coming from one vendor, I think their system is just designed to block it. So they're gonna have to call their. That's a lot. So make sure that you call your bank or call your credit card and tell them, okay, on this day I might spend, I don't know, for like 3,000 is going to be Ticketmaster, whatever. Let it through. Do not block it. So make sure you do that. We have seen way too many people lose their seats because of that. Okay. Um, Question: do you pick your seats from the sitting map or from the side listing? I usually, okay, this is the step a lot of people don't skip. Sorry, a lot of people skip, but you should not skip this step. Whatever your target is, wherever your target, kind of memorize the seat locations that you're targeting, right? So, for example, this is just an example. Okay, like A100 to C100 is acceptable to me. Just an example. So that when you see the seats, because you won't have the time to choose, it's gonna go so fast. So fast. So um usually I have like a range in my head that if these seats are available, then I'm just going to choose the best ones. So for example, if I do like L21 to C2, for example, then if I look at, and then I set my preference at best, not cheapest, at best. And I look at it, and whatever is the one that I have, whatever is on top is the one that I click and then buy. Um, of course, be conscious of your budget, because you can also turn off platinum. Okay, where so make sure you do that. Know the setting, like like a just a general range of where you want to go. Just know that. Um, I usually, like, I personally, I would rather go nosebleed than limited viewing. So that's my preference, but I don't know how you want it. Like, I would not bother with limited viewing. I would just buy um nosebleed nosebleed tickets. But then there are some people, because they just, that's the budget that they have, and so they get the limited viewing. Where is it more likely to have a better experience, floor or first level? I always find it better first level, because I'm short. I'm 5 on a good day. So I'm 5, and so I always would rather just do first level or second level. Now, you know that I got those shoes, those boots, right? Which is like 8 inches high. That worked for me so well for gym. But I'm also not too far from the stage though. So it's like 8 inches. I've shown that to you, right? I can show it to you now again if you want me to. But um that works so well because then I'm 8 inches higher, not taller. I'm 8 inches higher, so I can actually see him. I just made sure all my info. I just made sure. Okay, I tried TM yesterday with a weekend concert. I just wanted to have a gist of it. Have you experienced watching concerts here in the Philippines? No, no. Will platinum pricing be evident? I heard it's hard to tell. You can, yeah. In this filters, you can turn off platinum. Yes, this is yes, this. Call your bank. I was denied a phone because the cost and it was unusual since I don't usually spend that much at a single time for goods. Asian Entertainment. When tickets go on sale, what is the better? Looking for seats directly from the seat map or checking the box for best seat available? I because I usually kind of already know the range of what is acceptable to me. When I really need to get it fast, I just go for the side. I look at it on the side. Like I know that's that like this area for me is okay. So if I look at it on the side, I just click buy. If I have some time, then I look at the seat map. That is why it is better for you to have like a good idea of the seat so that then so because remember time is not on your side. There's a lot of people who's going to be doing it faster. So for me, I look at the range. If it is acceptable, I buy it right away. So I'm looking at the side. It will say platinum if it is platinum, but you do not have long to choose and go fast. Correct. They release the prices before or we see them for the first time? We see them for the first time during ticketing. Okay. So again, if you want to buy the membership, you just click global or US membership, and that's how you choose which kind of membership you want to buy. So as you can see in my profile, I have both. I don't have Japan membership. I'm thinking about whether or not I'm going to even try. During ticketing, some members complain if their ID number's not working. Okay, so aside from the CC problem, this is another common problem for them. They said that the system will just tell them it is invalid or whatever. This is what I would advise you guys. Don't ask your fellow army during ticketing what it is that you're going to be doing because everyone else is busy. You're going to get ignored. So I would say if you know that this person, if this fellow army is also busy on ticketing, don't ask up. You're gonna get ignored. Might as well just go directly to Weavers. So look for the phone number, not phone number, the email address of ticket of um Weavers and know where to email. And yes, they only accept email. There's no phone assistance. So this is one of the worst problems you can ever encounter. For your number to not work and it has happened. Hmm. That is why I have two memberships. So I have two memberships. So I have two US memberships. I have two different accounts. Just in case one is not working, then I will count on the other one. If it is still not working, well, I guess I'm doomed. But I have two memberships. Just because, although it has not happened to me, my membership ID has always worked. But there are so many people, even during the J Hope concert, if you would remember, because we were chatting while we were trying to get tickets, right? There were some members in our community whose ID numbers were not working. Do you remember that? So that's also a problem. So for me, my dog now wants to join. You want to join? You were ignoring me. Do you want to join? Come on, come on, come on. Okay. 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 Say hi. Say hi to everybody first. Hi, hi. Hi. Hello. Smells good. I showered him yesterday. Okay. Hi. Say hi, baby. Okay, let's go back. Finally the stream can begin. All right. Let me see if there were questions. Will will platinum pricing? I've answered that one. Cindy said, I worked in retail and business for over 20 years. Definitely call your bank and let them know about the charge coming. Sometimes they can even give a temporary credit increase, especially for debit. Would it be better to use debit or PayPal card? I have all. So save all of them. Just save all of them. One is not working shift to the other one. Just save all of them. I want in 100 to 200 sections of the bowl. Do you think BTS is likely to play City Field in New York? I think so. I think so. Unless the 360 stage rumor is true. If you get VIP pit tickets, make sure you wear high platform shoes and are in the first 10 rows, or all you will see is people's phones. That actually is the biggest problem is the phones. And that's why, you know, I think that's one of the advantages of watching it in Japan because they don't use their phones to record. Um, but Okay, were any of the VIP not platinum? I think they were all platinum, but most decent seats were platinum. That's a good question. I don't think so. No, not all VIP would be platinum, as far as I remember. Okay, is there a way to preset a viewing choices in the Ticketmaster? No, it's. I think it's best, lowest, something like that. How do I stand in those? What is barricade sitting? It's right in front. So that when you stand up, you're like right in front of the barricade. That's barricade sitting. How do you even stand in those? I just stand. I can't move. It's really heavy. It's really heavy. Okay. So going back, that is why I have two memberships, just in case one is not working, I can use the other one. And I do use I pre-register both of them. And then one person is also using my other three. So my other two, sorry, my other one. Okay, so tickets release, they did it by state and and same time but local time. So you, for example, it's 3 p.m., but it is 3 p.m. EST, 3 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. CST. Okay. Yes, show the boots. They're an inspiration. Okay, I'll show them once the buck is off my legs, my lap. You can opt out of dynamic pricing if you want platinum dynamic pricing. You can opt out of that. I usually don't, just in case I am desperate. Then I buy it. I haven't had to use it, quite honestly. Ticketmaster gives the artist and the management the right to restrict resale of tickets to its original price. So I don't know if BTS is going to opt into this. So what they do is that they tell Ticketmaster, okay, you can resell if somebody resells it on your site, you can resell, but you have to resell it at the original price. However, Ticketmaster does not control other reselling sites like StubHub. That they cannot control. They can only control their own platform. So even if BTS or Big Hit decides, okay, we will restrict the reselling to the original ticket price, they don't have the power to do that over other websites like StubHub. Okay, so don't blame them because they don't have any control over that. If you can't get seats within 5 rows of the stage or trust or runway, go with first level. Thank you, Asian Entertainment, for all the details. I just shared this over on Threads. Thank you. I can't wear shoes like those because I love to dance and I will be most definitely shaking it. Um, so what I do, so I buy multiple tickets, right? Not just on the first day, but multiple tickets, but several days. So I usually like there will be one that I like getting good seats because that's when I really just enjoy the concert. Okay, I just enjoy. I just dance and sing and whatever. And my second day is usually when I film. So that's when I need to actually, because I take lots of videos, not the entire time, but more videos than I would take. Yeah, I just take videos. And so that is when I use the platform. If there is a third day, then that's probably when I'll just enjoy it again. Who sells tickets for Europe? Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster. They have Europe Ticketmaster. Okay, next. They do release additional dates. So don't despair if you are unable to get tickets on the original dates. They do release additional dates. So don't be very sad just in case. That number one is that. Number two, as I've said, in our community, there will be some people, only the ones that have the financial capability, the financial fortitude to do it, they will buy additional tickets, then they can resell at cost. And then the other thing is that there are, it has happened before where people were able to buy on the day of the concert for people that are just desperate to let it go, because some accidents happen, right? And also during that time there were still a lot of like scalpers. So the scalpers would usually have like one or two, three left, then they will just let it go just for the sake of being able to let it go. But more importantly, Big Hit themselves would usually announce additional dates. So you still have a chance. So if you don't get tickets on the first run, don't fret. Don't be depressed. You'll be depressed, but know that there is still hope. Okay. Um, Next question. Please also call your CC company. Last time I notified my bank, but not found my CC company was not notified. Okay, so she's saying not just the bank, but also your CC company. I planned for my daughter and I picked separate sections. Best to copy the number from Weavers. Last time, some of the issues were due to capitalizations. Yes. So this is the best way to copy your number. Just click that where my arrow is pointing, just click that. That'll copy as is. So that should be accurate. Okay, don't copy and paste, and definitely try avoiding manually entering it. I will take first and second level on the side of the stage versus almost anything. Sometimes Twitter is helpful if Ticketmaster is getting stuck. A lot of people who had that issue did not register. Okay, Wanda is saying that a lot of the people whose membership ID didn't work is because they did not register. Okay, I saw people said they put the number several times and at end it worked. Okay, so that has happened too. Happy to be two different emails for membership, correct? Yes. So I have two memberships and two different emails, and I'm using one, the other person is using the other one. Okay. Do you also have to have two different phone numbers? Because I only have one of each. Yes. So it's registered on two different phone numbers. I do have two phones. One is the one that I use for business and one for personal. So yes, my Ticketmaster accounts and my fan club, my Weavers numbers. There were, yes, two separate phone numbers. How do you get two memberships? I have a global and US. Two like totally separate accounts. One is using one set of email and phone number, and then the other one is using another set of email and phone number. That is just because just in case the other one doesn't work, then I have another one. And also, I just, at least another person is trying to get tickets for me. So, yeah, the membership number is case sensitive. The membership number is get there, Becky. They're saying hi to you. Okay. Um Ticketmaster Eventim sees venues official ticket partner like O2 Priority, France, Viva, Ticket One Italy, Biletto, or C tickets in specific markets. Okay, they're saying hi to you, Deba. Can see his face. Can see his face. And Deba is here. Finally, the stream can begin. Okay. More questions. Where is in Canada? Where? Okay. She's asking, Seda, where in Canada are you? I just created an account for my elderly mom and daughter just to have a better chance of getting tickets. Can you tell us when tickets go on pre-sale, the best times to refresh and when not to refresh? Okay, we don't know when the pre-sale is going to happen, but once you're in the queue, Okay. So you're going to wait, right? You're going to be waiting. Okay. Just want to show you something which is diabolical, but this is what some people are doing. So remember, an hour before the actual pre-sale, when you go on queue, you can already enter. You'll enter an hour before you go on queue. Is that crazy? So an hour before you go on queue, you can already enter. You're in the waiting room. Okay. So you're in the waiting room. This is what people are doing when they're already in the waiting room, about to go in on queue. This is what they're doing. Because it's about to open, and that's what they do. You do not stand a chance. That is what they do there. because because it's a game of speed, right? So when you're already in the waiting room going on queue, it's a game of speed. The sooner you get in the queue, the lower your, of course, the closer you are to the line. And so that's what people are using. They're using that, whatever that is. I think it's for massage or something, so that their fingers are just moving as fast as they could. So once you're already in the queue, do not refresh. When you're already in the queue, you can refresh. If you're gonna refresh, refresh before, but not when you're in the queue. Okay. Is Depag helping in ticketing? Maybe he's very fast when he's digging. So maybe he can do that. Um Okay, so that answers that question. Just renewed my membership. It was due to expire January 17. Check Army membership expiration date. Emotional support puppy. If you have a second membership, do you have to use a new email? And can you use your own phone number, same name, etc.? So I use a different, it's the same email for me, different sets of everything, different phone number, different credit card, and different email, and also different address. So different everything. The only thing, I have one card that is common on both, and then the rest separate. Everything is separate. Do you need to register both memberships for pre-sale if you have two? Yes. So you mean two separate, like two US membership, for example? Yes, you do need to register both. Yes. Okay. Um, I'm an hour from Toronto, but I'm willing to travel to other provinces too. Should you set a default payment in TM, or better not to see that preference? You should set a default payment. You don't have to, anything that you can cut it in terms of speed. Okay, 360 stage, center stage. I don't enjoy the concert if I'm recording the whole time. Correct. So that is why I said I usually watch it more than once. The first day is when I just enjoy it. Like, I'm not even recording at all. Like, I'm not on my phone. I'm just in the moment, just enjoying the entire show. And then second day is when I kind of record some songs, kind of not. Sometimes I would record, sometimes I'm not. Um, and then if it has a 3 day, if it has a third day, then I just enjoy it. So if I watch multiple days, then there would be at least one day when I'm recording, not the entire show, but I'm going to record some. It is under filters to choose cheapest and best seat. Seda, I have, okay. Questions, more questions. Does VIP entitle you to a sound check? Usually, yes. So very important, which I discussed the last meeting, last live stream. A VIP is transferable, but it does not transfer the privileges, meaning you will be able to use it to enter the venue. So you can go in, you'll be able to take your seat, but you won't be able to enjoy everything else, like sound check. And if they have stuff that they give you, you won't get those. So platinum is dynamic pricing, where the price can increase before you finish the sale. Correct. Yes. Yes. Depending on the demand. We got J Hope tickets from StubHub. We couldn't get anything from Ticketmaster. Okay, we'll keep you posted just in case. How much have tickets been on the first level for what? Um, I remember for Jin, there's like first level, first row. It was like 700 for J Hope. First level, first row was like 700. Okay. Uh-huh. Where will you find out the additional dates? Usually they just release it after. Always they seem to always announce it via Weavers now first, and then everything else follows. Is it good to add a CC if you have PayPal? As I just went on and it says PayPal not working right now, this cannot happen during pre-sale. That cannot happen during pre-sale. Just register both your PayPal and your CC. As I've said, I have one CC that is the preferred. That fails, I have two backups. True, I was able to see PTDLV when they released more seats after all the originals were sold out. This time I'm going to try to buy the four seats that they did before. Just getting one or two seats are hard to get. Great tips for Lane. This community is thank you. Is it better to use a phone or an actual computer? I'm a computer person. Yeah, I'm a computer person. I need to like have a big screen. So I usually use computer. Although the person that's using my other account, he's using a phone. Will you see the whole card in the Ticketmaster when you're getting tickets? Whole card? What do you mean? Your like your credit card? How does someone pay us for the ticket? Oh, so on I've never had any problems in the community. Usually people come to me and they say, "Okay, I have this ticket, so I'll post it." I usually ask for a screen cap, but they shade like they block like the exact seat numbers, and the row numbers. Um, so they give it to me. I post it, and then once somebody says I'm interested in that, then I connect the two persons, and then they just coordinate what kind of payment, how they get the payments. I've never had any problem in that. But yeah, that's how we did it in Patreon. So it might be a little easier now on Discord. We'll see. I did have to re-enter my membership number several times once I was in and searching for the seats. Okay. So she said she needed to re-enter the phone her membership ID. But you have two different phone numbers to get two Weavers memberships. Yes. I have two different phone numbers. I do have two phones. Yes. Correct. I tried to change my email to match Weaver's email and it says it's already taken, which it is as it is connected to my PayPal. Okay. KST, is that for real? Okay. Any other question? Aren't you assigned a random queue number when you join? It's by no, it's like no, that's not a random queue number. So who first come first serve. That's why they are doing this. Because you have to be fast. I mean, how can you beat that, right? So, yeah. You might want to try that. Show that again, please. Which one? This one? Oh, it won't work now. For some reason, it won't work. That's wild. I'm doomed. No, not for 1 hour waiting. Okay. Any other questions? So my kid and I have our own memberships and we share an address, no problem. Okay. So Bang Luna said that they both share an address and that's not a problem. So you refresh before going into the waiting room. I refresh before going into the waiting room. Once I'm in the waiting room, once I'm in the queue, no more refreshing. No more refreshing. Yeah. Okay. Good night, Rani. So we need the fastest message gone now. So you can have a second membership if you only have one phone number. I don't think I don't, I really don't know because I've always just decided I was just going to have two, I was going to separate the two accounts just for me to not have a problem. I've never had a problem with my main account. This is the account that I've been using on Weaver since Weaver's opened. I've never had a problem with that. Um, so I've actually never had to use the other one, but I would usually ask a friend to just go online for me for that one. Okay, more questions before I move on. What about plugging your laptop directly into your Wi-Fi router with an Ethernet cable? I'm going to try this. Yes. So I do that. My mom, it's actually in my mom's bedroom. But yeah, she is directly plugged in to the internet, to the hardwired basically. So hers is very, very fast. Only the person whose name is on the ticket go. So I cannot buy one as a gift. You can, but you have to be with the other person. You can, or you need to give them, if you're in the US, you can give a copy of your ID to the other person or be with the other person when they go to the concert. If you don't have a second phone number, try a Google Voice number. So this, so okay, so this actually works. I just don't know if it still works now because Google has changed its setting. So I have a very old Google number, which I still have to this day, and that works for most. But my friends have tried recently to register a Google phone number, and it doesn't not work on everything. Like some of it, it's not just not working. If you can get a day just to watch and a day to record. If I agree, if you can just get it, if you just get a day just to watch and a day to record. I have both US and global, but same email, phone number, etc. I can only go in US. Do I need to get a second membership? I have no. If you like, for example, if you have US and global, you can just use one. But for me, I have two sets. I have two US and two global. So those are two separate accounts. Okay. Yes, if it says you are number 53,232,000 in the line, do not leave. That can change and may be random. I am old, so I record it so I can remember the experience. Okay. Any other question? I'm checking my Weaver shop details. I only have shipping address. Do I need a billing address for pre-sale registration? No. I'm confused. My Army membership card says global. The receipt for the renewal says US. Are they the same? So go to your membership, check. So go to your profile. You will see this. It's on the side of Weavers. You will see this and check if you have a global one and a US one. So just check, just click between the two. So go to your profile and then on the side, you'll see membership. Click on that. Okay. It says I can't use my shipping address as a billing address. That is weird. Where's your billing address? Is it this? Maybe they don't ship to that address. That is weird. Wow, two phone numbers, that two email address. This is like buying gold and silver in stocks. Your membership card, where you said we had to click to copy the member. Oh, okay. There you go. This is it. So just click that thing, that arrow where the arrow is pointing. Okay. Is that rapid tapping on the waiting room or in queue? Um, she is in the waiting room waiting to go on queue. Yeah. Okay. Um, I have global and US membership with the same email address and phone. Hi, Fairlane. Can we get two Weavers accounts to register or two Army membership? You can. So that's what I've been saying. On my end, I just really just have two separate accounts. So one, but the same name, but two separate accounts, meaning I have two separate emails, two separate phone numbers, two separate billing addresses. So I have two sets. But some others are saying that like Bangluna said they use the same address but two separate phone numbers, I guess. But she has one for herself and one for her kid. Okay. My kid has her gaming computer plugged in, and I've had better luck with my Wi-Fi laptop. Two Weavers account under the same name. Is that possible? That is what I have. It's the same name, but I have two separate phone number and two separate addresses and two separate payment details. Ticketmaster banned Google Voice as of this year, so don't risk it. Okay. So I guess my friends were right because they all tried Google Voice phone numbers, but it wasn't working for many of the services. So I guess that answers it because they blocked it. Also, they have to release tickets on waves. So not all tickets are available right at the beginning. I'm not sure if they're going to do it this way um, because, yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to be holding some just for general sale. I'm not sure about that. For PTD, they released everything. So there weren't any left for general sale, I believe. Are you likely to get kicked out of the venue if you try to record? Do you have you try? In US, they don't really prohibit you from recording, just as long as you're not using a professional recorder. I had no idea your speed of clicking impacted your place in line. Yeah, it does. They're all called global. There is global US. Asian entertainment. So for membership number, click copy of the card and paste it to correct. So click copy that one. And then when you go in, like for example, congratulations, there's a sound right now. Once it's your turn, right? In Ticketmaster, let's have that sound. It's still going to ask you to paste your number. So yes, copy from here, paste it there. But my suggestion is while you're in queue, copy it already. Guess my husband is getting an army membership. Fairlane. So for tomorrow, the primary job is hotels, right? For tomorrow, the primary objective is for you to determine, focus on the venues you want to go, and then book your hotels and your airfare if needed. Um, so usually for me, for if it is Vegas, I just drive. uh it's just like, just better for, it's just 4 hours, 5 if we stop. So it's the same amount of time that I spend in the airport. um and then at least, I have the liberty to carry more stuff because I can just put them in the car, and with a dog, that's all, it's always preferred. So usually I just drive when it's Vegas. But yes, for tomorrow, remember what time it's going to be released. The number one thing that you need to do, decide already. If you can already decide before that happens, before the release of the date, if you can already decide where you're going to go, decide on that. Look at the dates, book your hotels and your airfare. I don't mean for general, but in the pre-sale session, there might be waves. Okay, so she said that in the pre-sale session, there might be waves. Can you register a US and global membership for tickets, even if it's the same phone numbers? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I had no idea your clicking speed. Yes. Where are the seat locations for those who can stand the whole time? Um, if you cannot stand the whole time, it is better to get the first row of any section. Floor will be a bad idea for you. Or you can get the for special needs. They do have sections now in stadiums where it's dedicated for special needs. So that would be good for you as well. I will watch. Okay. I will with J Hope and Jin in the US. That did hold out tickets for general sale. I wish they didn't, but I did hope. Okay, I'm looking for questions. Okay. Why is everyone saying tomorrow, January 14 is on Wednesday? So the announcement was for KST. So you have to convert it to your time. Yeah, you have to convert. So January 14, 12 a.m., that's KST. That's Korea Standard Time. So you do need to convert that to your local time. Okay. Can you share the previous USA cities? Okay. City city list. Okay, there you go. Santa Clara, LA, Dallas, Orlando, Atlanta, New Jersey, Washington, Toronto, and Chicago. Do they announce live play dates with a concert, or does it gets announced later? But it's guaranteed they're going to have live play, but it gets announced later. Yeah. Um, but my membership says it is global on the card. What does it say on your digital profile? Okay. Do you have our VIP tickets for standing only? No, 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 not necessarily. It used to be in the early days, there is a standing section. I think they got rid of that completely. Everything is seated, but if you're on the floor, everyone's going to stand up. Everyone is going to stand up. If you can't stand up, if you can't stand up the entire time, floor is a bad. idea for you. Are you guessing SoFi or Rose Bowl for the LA venue? SoFi. SoFi. You want to go down, baby? Hmm? You want to go down? Okay, to the left of the membership date, it should say US if it is US membership. Yeah, like this. 1 second. Why don't okay, see if I can do this. Right. Okay, let me see. Okay, here. I'm going to upload an image. Give me 1 second. Also, again, don't forget to have fun, okay? It is supposed to be fun for all of us. So, if you go to your profile on the side, you will see that BTS membership. Okay. So, click view membership. Click that. Click that. Once you click that, this should appear. Oh, where is that? Where did it go? Where did my ID go? Okay. Once you click that, there you go. Once you click this, okay, on your profile on the side, you will see that BTS digital membership, BTS membership. Click view membership details. Once you click that, you should see this. This is your ID. Okay, so if you are registered in US, you're going to see when your membership is valid. As you can see, mine is going to expire on the 23rd. Okay, October of 23rd of October. And then if you click global, then it will have its own validity date. That's how you know you actually have membership. I have two gold membership. Yes, but I because that's because I registered a separate account entirely. Okay. Can I ask if in Ticketmaster what is the maximum number of tickets that we can get for? So someone said that it is 4 per session. I'm not sure if you can get more than 4 in one venue, but I've at one point held 12 tickets across different venues at one time. I had 12 tickets, 12 at one point, but different venues. I had 4 in each venue. I don't know if you can get more than 4 if you do and if you go out and then go on queue again. Do you think they will go to Vegas? Yes, I do think they're going to go to Vegas. Okay. Do you have any more questions? I know that everyone is like antsy. What's going to happen? Remember, tomorrow it's just the tour announcement. It's not yet the actual ticketing, so you still have time to fix all the problems that you have. Like you can, if you need help in your like US membership and global membership, go to Discord or Patreon. You still have time to fix all of that. For tomorrow, the only thing that we are waiting for is the tour dates so that we can book the hotels and plane tickets if necessary. Okay. What is gold membership? I've never seen that in Weavers. I, they just said like if you've been a member for like 3 years, you're a gold member, and the gold members should have gotten or will get the postcards. Remember that postcard, the ones that they sent out? So you are going to get those if you are a gold member. But I haven't gotten mine. There's a lot of things I ordered from Weavers that I have not gotten. So do you remember they sent out a postcard that is the postcard. The gold members actually got a copy, but I haven't gotten mine, although I'm a gold member. I lost my gold membership the last time I renewed my membership because I guess I switched from global to US. Okay, still waiting on mine. Okay, yeah. If isn't it a special separate membership? Gold is just a level you reach. Yes, it's just a level that you reach. I'm a gold member but haven't gotten my postcard yet. I haven't gotten mine either. I haven't gotten the last set of stuff that I ordered from them. I haven't gotten. I haven't gotten my army zip. Like so the gift pack, I haven't gotten that when I renewed. Remember, you can get something for free and then you just pay for shipping. I got it. I haven't got it. I mean, I ordered. I paid for shipping. I didn't get it. Haven't gotten my "Are you sure" photo card. Haven't gotten my Well, I just ordered the magazines. Haven't gotten those. Haven't gotten a lot of things, so they're probably backed up. You will not get the postcard unless you sent or filled out the form. Yes, I filled that out. They sent me said I'm a gold member. You want to fill this out? I filled that out. Haven't gotten it. Okay. Okay. Well, awesome. I've not gotten mine either. Okay. Hi. I've just gotten notified that they finally shipped my Are You Sure season 2. Oh, lucky for you. I haven't. Let me see. No. Okay. Do you any other question before I move on to the next topic, which is not as exciting as the first one, but wait, let me just check my Are You Sure? Nah, shipping soon is what I see. Mm, haven't shipped. They haven't shipped it. What does a gold membership look like on Weavers? Nothing. Still waiting for postcards. Okay, where is that? You went away. The free gift page said they were sending out in February when I checked yesterday. Ah, okay. All right. I came little late. It's too much to ask if you can make introduction in bullets. Please. Okay. I'm waiting for my membership gift too. BTS Gold members usually refer to premium or as early as 2014, 2016 tiers that existed before the current Weavers Army membership. I don't know. I mean, right now, as soon as they opened Weavers, I registered. So I've been a member for like forever. It just got a gold card. Okay. All right. Anything else? Debak, do you want to go down? Say bye bye. Say bye bye to everybody. Where do you think BTS will do Festa this year? Okay. Wanna go? Say bye bye, baby. Okay. All right. Okay. Please have fun. Why are you being dramatic? Okay. Okay. Um, I'm so gonna try for Vegas. They always do Festa in Seoul, but since they will be touring, it depends. They might do it in the US. LA has always been a special place for them because a lot of the things, a lot of important things happened in LA for them. One of which is their first overseas show, which was in Troubadour. Um, this is when they were giving out the free invitation on the street when they were giving out their invitation for their concert. And then the Billboard, the event happened in the very first Billboard Awards that they attended. That actually happened in LA. But kind of like this area in general has been a special place for them. Of course, Grammy, their very first performance, their first win, AMA. A lot of the things happened. A lot of special things happened to them in LA, And I mean, in general, the city has been kind to them in terms of their privacy. They've been here so many times. Many times, armies never really know of it. So they know that in this area, their like privacy is respected. So I do think that if they are going to do their festa in any other country outside of Seoul, then they would do it actually um in LA. However, it is also highly likely, it is also possible, not highly likely, but it's also possible that they've already shot things for Festa for 2026. So that's also possible. It's probably one of the things that they're doing right now, that they are ghosting us. So let's see. Okay, an army on YouTube shared her experience sitting across from BTS, facing them in gym and flirting. Her story was very funny. Yeah, I mean, we've seen them around, especially in the even during the pandemic. We've seen them, like we would see them like walking or when they were new, and yeah, we've they've been here, they've been around. And you know how Angelinos are. We don't, because there's so many big stars here, right? You walk in Melrose and you're probably going to encounter at least five. Go like in Melrose for like dinner on any given night, and you'll probably see at least one celebrity there. Um, and nobody really gets like starstruck. I think it's just kind of part of our culture to know. Thank you, A Brown. It's kind of just part of our culture to know. I know someone actually did like super thanks while Debak was saying goodbye. Oh, here. Amy, thank you. Where do you think the BTS festival will go? Thank you, Amy. And thank you, Abron. Yeah, we just don't care. So, and I think they appreciate that, given that it's very hard for them to have any sense of privacy. At least they know that they can come here in LA and nobody's really gonna. Like, we can see them in 7-Eleven. It's like, I would probably like, oh, they're here, but I'm not going to say anything. um, and I have it. I mean, you still don't know the story of that J Hope thing. So it's like, it's just part of our culture here to know that celebrities are around. And if you see like Taylor Swift walking or having dinner, and that doesn't budge you, you know. so, so I think I appreciate that. They appreciate that. Okay. In my city, the biggest celebrity you might come across is one of the NHL players. If you see a celeb in a restaurant while eating, don't approach, just act like you belong. Yeah. Just 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 nothing, just let them be. Okay. Any other questions? The next portion is just something light. I know that there's been a lot of issues going around, and I've mentioned this to you before, that um they're gonna try, and I've posted this on Twitter as well. People are gonna try to just rehash old issues. Second, they're going to make an issue out of nothing. Third, they're going to try to involve BTS in whatever stuff going on that BTS is not involved in. Fourth, they're going to invent new types of scandals. And fifth, they're going to recalibrate some of the issues that happened before, just to try and involve BTS or any hype groups. And they're doing it. So, and they will keep on doing that, not just until the tour is announced, but until the rest of time. So for the rest of time. So during the tour, while on tour, after the tour, they're just going to keep at it. They're just going to keep on doing that. So just stay focused. Do not engage. This entire issue about Coachella. If you are a member of my of Patreon, um, I've discussed this with you guys in the members only live stream more than a month ago. So before everyone else knew, you already knew about it. And it's not an issue that they are involved in. I'm sure that it is not their decision. Number one, that is a rumor. It is unconfirmed. And that is the most important thing. It is a rumor. And they stated that in the actual article. Okay. That it is a rumor. Second is that even if it is not a rumor, I don't see anything wrong with Hype buying them if they can actually buy them. Yesterday, no, sorry, not yesterday, but last week, Universal Music just announced that they bought a stake in one of the most important movie companies in India. Before that, Live Nation has bought a stake in different venues in South Korea and Thailand, and then now they're shifting to the Philippines and Taiwan. Okay, so they're buying stakes in these different countries. So these Western countries are buying stuff in the US. And I'm not knocking on the US. If I'm a businessman, I would do that too. And I have a business, I would do that too. So nothing, I'm not saying like, oh, you, whatever, nothing of that sort. But if they can do it, the Asian companies should do it as well. If they can buy in Asia, then Asia should buy in the US as well. At level playing field, right? So I am not faulting any US companies for trying to do that. And I am not faulting any Asian countries for doing that as well. So level playing field, regardless. There's an issue like, oh, this is yucky or greedy and whatever. Well, okay, whatever. If that's what you think, if that's going to help you sleep at night, go ahead. But BTS is not involved in any of that. But they're trying to make it an issue because it's going to involve armies. It's going to attract some armies into engaging with them. And remember, without you, without our hashtags and our traffic, they are nothing. And so, and I am seeing that with this Coachella issue, because a lot of armies are actually very focused. Then they're not getting the hits and they're not getting the kind of engagement they used to get, and it's frustrating them. So it's actually working, which leads me to another point. Some armies are actually pushing for Hegum to get to 1 billion because they don't want another song to actually get that. There's another song from another act that might get that. The record of being the first Korean, although it is not Korean, the first Korean rap song, or at least maybe first by a Korean act to get to 1 billion. So they're trying to push Hegum. So if you can add more of Hegum, so we can get it to 1 billion. That's their concern. So a lot of armies are like, we need to get it to 1 billion because we're going to lose the record if we don't. Okay. All right. So just lock yourself. Just lock down any kind of distraction. Just it's their business. Allow the law firms to handle it, their lawyers. If there's anything that you think should be sued, or somebody that should be sued, go email Hybe, email Big Hit, but don't get yourself involved in it. It's not worth it. Okay. Um Army says call them by their stage names. I don't think I don't think they should even do Coachella regardless if it is a rumor or not. Yeah, I respect that. There are some people who think that Coachella is beyond salvation. The brand is like just too messed up for salvation. At least some armies think that. I think there's something that they can do with it, and I think if Hype, it's actually going to be in my video for tomorrow if you want to watch that. But I think the primary thing is that if ever Hype does try to buy it, it's already a brand and it's not definitely not beyond salvation, at least in my opinion. So I think it's more access to the market that they will get. There's a lot. If there's anything Hybe knows how to do, it's live performances. So I think and if you're a member of my live stream, my members only live stream, I've actually discussed a little bit about that. And as I've said, the live stream members already know about this. I think 6 weeks ago, maybe several weeks ago, or maybe 2 months ago. I've discussed that. So, but yeah, I see the point why people don't like the idea of high buying Coachella. I get it. I get it. Okay. Um, is sound check only floor also first level floor? No, there were some first level. Yes, there were some first level sound check. Yes, yes, yes. When you book hotel, should you call the hotel or like Trivago or something? I usually go direct to the hotel online. So, for example, because I have a Allegiant in my head, right? Okay. So I already looked at the hotels around it. Vegas is not so bad either. Even if I book like a hotel that's like 15 minutes away, 20, 30 minutes away, it's okay. It's not that bad. It's the city is built for something like this. Okay. So for 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 Vegas, for example, I already made sure that I am a member of the hotels that's around it. So I already registered as a member, and I've used them before, so I'm already a member. And so I just log into that hotel and I buy. Okay. So I usually go direct to the hotel. Can I use global membership to buy tickets in the US? Not based on Jin and J Hope's concert. For their tours, only US membership, those that are holding US membership can buy tickets in the US. But that may make them uncomfortable. If ever I meet BTS, I think I may cry, but I really want to bow down to them. Coachella is so ghetto, hype, and BTS should stay from it. I get that. I get it. I get it. If I met them, I would treat them like I do everyone with respect and in a friendly manner. I guess if I see them again, I would just probably, if it's in, like if they're walking or in a restaurant, I probably will not disturb them. I mean, I don't do that to anybody. Oh, wait. No, I've done that to one celebrity actually. Um in the Philippines. My favorite writer. I saw my favorite writer having lunch, and I was just like, I need to approach it because I don't know when I'm going to be seeing him again. So I did. Okay. But I have not done that again. Okay. So um okay, next. So this is something light. 6.6 billion Jungkook reached for the first time for Golden. So first album by an Asian native act to get 6.6 billion. That's him. Congratulations to Jungkook. He also had 14 million subscribers on um, Instagram without posting anything. Now I know there was like a big thing about him opening a Threads account. I think he just, this is because this is what happened to me. I clicked something and voila, I have a Threads account. I'm like, how did I get a Threads account? So I think that's what happened to him. He's done that before. If you would remember, he clicks up, probably did not know that he posted something. so, so I think he just clicked on something and accidentally opened the Thread account. But okay, so he got 14 million subscribers. Um, and then for global Spotify, my God, 912 days for seven. So let's keep on playing it so that he will get to 1,912. Okay. The only times he would leave global Spotify is during Christmas season, I think, but he's been consistently there. So congratulations to Jungkook. I will definitely give the army sign if I see them. That is it, unless they signal otherwise. Okay. Even though I'm older, I would bow to them. Okay. So 912 in global Spotify. Congratulations. And then Jin, of course, is in 241 days, but he just, this is a more recent song. But I hope that we can also keep it on the chart. Don't Say You Love Me is very, very close to 1 billion. So we haven't done our chart update in a while because we've been busy with the comeback. So, okay. I'm very proud of Jungkook. I'm so proud of Jungkook. You have no idea. Okay. Total days on the chart is 542 for him. So for who? This is global. You're seeing all global. So 542 days in the chart. I find it a little frustrating that I will need another membership in order to get US tickets since for Canada, many times US cities are the closest artists come to us. Okay. You can't get US membership with the same account? I think you can. Wait a minute. Is Canada not under the US membership? I think it is. Huh. That's interesting. Yes, please hit the like button. And then 70 million for V on Instagram. And also, he looks so good here in this picture. Perfect. Perfect. This is like if you ask someone like for a perfect face, this is it. This is a perfect. Okay. All right. So 70 million for him. He's the fastest to get to 70 million um among all idols among all Korean acts. He's the fastest to get to 70 million, and definitely the fastest male act, but just the fastest overall to get to 70 million among all Korean acts. And I included this picture because he looks so good here. No reason at all. It's just he looks so good. So I thought I'll paste that here. This is your emotional support pics for today. Oh wow, I love that picture and did not know he passed 70 million. Yeah, he's just okay. And then this is the longest charting albums in Billboard 200. So we have 34 weeks for Muse, 27 for Rosie, 25 for Golden, and 11 weeks for Ruby. There's still a chance for us to get Golden into 3 more weeks in there so that he can catch up. But we can do that. So if you want, for all the US, everyone that's in the US, if you keep on streaming Golden, he can get 3 more weeks. So you can buy any of the membership and all of them. Yes, you can buy. That's what I think. Okay. Canadians get global memberships, but can get a US membership too, but need a US address. Ah, okay. So, but you can do it in the same account, right? You can do it in the same account. So yeah, I mean, so for sure, let's continue streaming Muse. But if you want Golden to get to 28 weeks, because he now has 25, just keep on streaming Golden as well. So stream the entire album, not just several songs. Okay. So congratulations to the two. Spotify US, Jimin has been there for 514 days. Let's keep him there. So please continue streaming him. He went up 52 spots. I don't know what happened. He just went 52 spots higher. So he's still there. 514 days. I hope he can also get to 1,000. I think if he gets to 1,000 days, actually, he's now the longest charting in Spotify US daily chart. So that he has locked. But if he, am I right? Yeah, I think I'm right. No, maybe I'm not right. But if he continues, I can check now. I know, yeah, no, somebody actually is in the US chart longer than who, but it's a collaboration with a Western artist. So Jimin has holds the record for the longest charting song in US Spotify solo song. Okay. You can do it in the same account. Okay, yeah. That's what I know. You can do it in the same account. When you stay stream Golden, do we have to stream the whole album or some of the songs to the album? It is better if you stream the whole album because you have a better chance of each of your stream getting counted. So they remember that they're trying to crack down on the bots, right? So if you stream the same thing over and over again, then they're going to think that you're a bot. But if you stream the different songs, then your stream gets counted more. Okay. And then this is just so funny. So she has been a fan of Jimin. So she's Victoria. See, she's a supermodel, and she's a Victoria's Secret angel. And I think since I want to say 2015, maybe even earlier, she's already been a fan of Jimin. So she would constantly like post about Jimin, and she would make no secret that she loves Jimin. She's been in the concert. She's posted that she's been in the concerts. So she's been a fan of Jimin for a long time. So her saying that, posting about Jimin is nothing new if you've been a long time Army fan. And she's interacted with a lot of other armies, but it's just so funny that a lot of newer armies were saying like, get in line, get in here. But I'm like, she's been a fan for longer than you have of the song. I think no. Yeah, but it's just she's a supermodel, so I hope they get to meet. A lot of people won't like me saying that, but I hope they get to meet. Okay, and then YouTube Music most streamed artists of all time. Okay. So the only Korean act that entered is BTS. So they are at number 6. Number 1 is Bud Bunny, and then Eminem, Drake, it's all rapper. The Weekend, number 5 is Taylor Swift, followed by BTS. Uh, I don't know this act. Los Temerarios. Is that correct? Okay, Rihanna, Ariana Grande, and Post Malone. That's the top 10. So we can push for hard. I think it's going to go up now since they're going to have a comeback. All right. Someone said V's editorial is breathtaking. Heck, they all are breathtakingly gorgeous. I mean, so Jungkook started it, followed by Jimin, and then V. Or was it V and then Jimin? But anyway, the vocal line. The vocal line is actually, and there are talks. So because the fashion week is going to be June, and I think this is the male fashion week. So there are discussions as to whether or not Jungkook and Jimin and J-Hope and Jin or the rest of them actually will be in the fashion week. Let's see if they will be. But this actually answers Jimin's cover is the answer why he wasn't in the Seoul show. Schedule is limited and it's usually indicated in their contract how many events they can attend. So let's see if it's going to attend. Let's see if the other members are going to attend. Jungkook and Jimin's date are one after the other. So I think it's J Hope first, LV, and then next day is Jimin, and then the next day is Jungkook, and then third, and then fourth day, no, same day I think is V. I think same day V for Jungkook, and then another time is V for Celine. So let's see if they're going to be attending. Okay. So someone asked the question. It's not our right to dictate or mandate what business decisions they're making doing. We don't own them. Yeah. If they meet Jimin, is going to avoid being photographed with her while standing up. Jimin is 5'8". Jimin is 5'8". I don't know how tall she is. She might be 5'8", but if for a song she's not wearing heels. Fastest K-pop groups to reach 9 million followers. Cordis is clearing everybody. They are just clearing everybody and everything. Like, so right now they're the fastest to reach 9 million followers and on Instagram. But look at the gap. 155 days. The second fastest is New Jeans with a year and 26 days. Cordis is just clearing everybody. So they are the most streamed. I think they're the second most streamed fifth gen group, but they have 6 albums. Like they have, sorry, 6 songs, and then the next one has like 12 or 18 or something. But by gosh, they are clearing everybody. They're going to be hated by all the other fandoms below. So yeah, so they are 155 days got to 9 million, most second most streamed I think among fifth gen on Spotify, but theirs is they only have 6 songs and then the other has like 18 or something like that. My nephew loves them and he does not listen to any K music at all. I'm pretty sure they were all busy during the Dior show. 5'8" is actually slightly above average globally for men, so not all that short. Yeah, yeah, he's about 5. Yeah, he's 5'8" because Sugar is about 5'7" and a half, maybe 5'7", 5'7" and a half. And then Jimin said that he's now taller, so he's probably like 5'8", 5'8" and a half. He just looks small because everyone else is taller than he is. He's not that short. I'm happy for Cordis. I didn't get JK magazine, but the rest I got. So if anyone had an extra JK magazine to sell me, let me know. Wow, Cordis happy for them. Oh yeah, they're clearing everybody. They're gonna be so hated because that's just how they do things. Daniel went live, addressed her fans. Initially, she said she wasn't going to address the lawsuit. She did, but it was basically her emphasizing that she tried her very best to stay with New Jeans. And that was the gist actually. She was like, "Oh, I'm going to announce future activities. Know that I still love you. Bunnies is very dear to me. And then in the future, I'm going to address everything and whatever." And she said, "I tried my very best to stay with New Jeans." It was about 9 minutes long, and then yeah, that was it actually. Did she though? Did she though? A lot of people are doubting because remember what Hani did, right? After all the things that Hani said, after all the slander that she did, she still was accepted back into New Jeans by Adore. So for you, I mean, how how much worse can you do than what Hani already did? And she still was accepted back into Adore. She went to the National freaking Assembly and she still was accepted in Adore. So I mean, come on, the bar is pretty low. So some comments think that she's trying to get fans to follow her instead of the group. I think well, I wouldn't go as far as saying that she was trying to get fans to follow her instead of the group. I would go to as far as saying that she wants the same fans to follow her. She knows that they still have a massive following, that's for sure. She still has a massive following. So she wants to at least like get some of those to follow her and be a fan of her. Add that to those that aren't really fans, just haters of BTS and hype groups. And she's gonna end up with millions and millions of followers. I think that's definitely one of the things that she was trying to do, but I wouldn't go as far as to say that she was trying to get them to follow her instead of New Jeans. Okay. Um, those girls are too young to be such liars. From a legal optics standpoint, Daniel's live was a calculated risk. It maximized emotional connection, but was structurally imperfect. But how massive is it really? Well, that's a question because I know that I'll do this in the members only live stream. I definitely don't want to do it here. I don't want to invite negativity because we're so happy right now. But I went through the numbers and they were definitely on their way. Like if you remove all the like the PR and the marketing and the hype around them, but it was definitely declining. The support was declining, and by the time that they released their last single, "How Sweet It Is" or something like that, they were like, they're I was like, you're gonna have to make some changes. And I think the reason, and this is my just personal opinion, which I based on the numbers. I think in the initial go, they did get a lot of general audience, like GA support, because it was refreshing, right? Like the concept was refreshing. So I think they really got a lot of GA support. However, and then there's also armies. However, I think what happened was that they just stuck to the same sound and people started like getting turned off by it. It's like, it's the same sound again. That's probably what happened. So, but I'll discuss that. I don't want to like, I definitely don't want to go in length about it because we're so happy. And I want us to concentrate on BTS. So, okay. Spaghetti has now is now the longest charting song by a fourth gen in Spotify. So they've now been there for 77 days. So congratulations to the girls. So if you can, you definitely need some songs in between BTS songs. So play Spaghetti first if you can. Okay. And then that's it. All right. Do you have questions before we all go? Me and my son are Cordis fans. I'll perhaps go to a concert, but I'm also hating on them. But I also hating on them because I do like them a lot because I want BTS. There's just two different groups, two different journeys. There's no comparison. No comparison at all. And they know, even the group knows that the reason they get to do the things that they are able to do and the opportunities that they have is because of BTS. Absolutely no comparison. All right. Thank you so much, people. So I guess by Wednesday, we will all know who has bookings and whatever. I will be on Discord and Patreon. You know the hotels or at least the states and countries that I'm going to be trying to book. So let's just compare notes in Patreon. Let's keep up with each other so that we can help, right? Those that have extra bookings and all. Let's talk in Patreon and Discord. Okay. Thank you very much, people. Bye.